I did want to do a trailer though
Yep.
today, Robert. This is some might call Madonna's second greatest movie ever, and you being the Madonna king that understands everything, will appreciate All the Way May being the
Okay.
it's Jackie Robinson Day today, and I thought an appropriate trailer would be A League of Their Own. Were you a theatrical? Was this a theatrical viewing of yours, Robert?
Yeah, opening weekend because I was
Yes.
big into Madonna at that time. So was this 92, I want to say?
Yes.
If I
Yes,
remember,
it
yeah.
was.
So I think I actually was on a date, if I remember right.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, so I remember um yeah, so I definitely saw this in the theater because I was like, yeah, I was at Madonna Can Do No Wrong time,
Yeah.
and let's see her on the big screen. So, but yeah, let's take a look at the trailer.
Let us take a look.
All the Way May.
All the Way May.
Do you have sound?
Oh, I was hoping you would reenact this sound,
Oh,
Robert. All major theme parks have their glitches.
yeah, but when League of Their Own shuts down.
Madonna doesn't flash the audience.
I'd like to lead you all in a little prayer. Dear Lord, may our feet be swift, may our bats be mighty, and may our balls be plentiful. And Lord, I just like to thank you for that waitress in South Bend. You know who she is. She kept calling your name.
This summer, Tom Hanks is managing the impossible, the Rockford Peaches.
Says girls can't play baseball. Who says women can't throw?
Slide! Slide! Thank you!
Give them a league of their own to play. Then stand back and get out of their way.
That sounded good.
So let's all root for the girls' team. Let's give the poor coach a break.
Still missing the cutoff man. Now, that's something that I would like you to work on before next season.
'Cause it's Flash, Flash, we're having a bash at the old ball game.
Got him! Columbia Pictures would like to take you out to the ball game for an all-star comedy.
They'll pay you $75 a week.
We only make 30 at the dairy.
Well, then, this would be more, wouldn't it?
The manager, Tom Hanks.
Are you crying? There's no crying. There's no crying in baseball.
The catcher, Gina Davis.
What do you say we slip in the back seat and you make a man out of me?
What if I smack you around for a while?
Can't we do both?
The pitcher, Lori Petty.
I made it! I'm a Peach! A Rockford Peach!
The scout, John Lovitz.
Are you coming? See how it works is, the train moves, not the station.
And batting cleanup, Madonna.
What if my uniform bursts open and oops, my bosoms come flying out?
You think there are men in this country who ain't seen your bosoms?
A League of Their Own.
All right. God knows we have a game. It's not like any of this helps, believe me.
Oh, I wish they
Directed
showed
by
Madonna
Penny
in the
Marshall.
church when the priest comes out. I wish they showed Madonna when the priest comes out sweating.
I know. That's why I was wondering if they were gonna. One,
Oh.
that's an awful trailer.
Yeah, and it.
Come on out and watch these
The
stars.
baseball cards on the screen. I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, I don't remember. You see that trailer, and I'm like, I don't want to go see this.
No, it's not a good trailer. It's a great movie. It's a terrible
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah, I don't remember ever seeing that trailer, or maybe I'm sure I had at some point, but I'm surprised. I would be like, this is not the movie for me, and the whole kind of almost like 1960s, like see your stars playing baseball.
Yeah. See the stars come out, and that song is awful.
Yeah. But ignoring the trailer, I guess. But the movie itself, it still holds up very well to me, and it's always when it's a good journey. It's always kind of emotional at the end. Obviously, when you see the real Rockford Peaches, and obviously the kind of move forward in years. I need to double check on how many years it's supposed to be between when we have the older actors, playing them to. We'll compare the old Madonna to what Madonna looks like.
It's 1988 is when that.
88. So when is the film supposed to take place? I can't remember.
41.
41. So it's not quite been that long yet, but
44 years.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Gina looks the same.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
She actually's not aged at all, but
no, she's great in that. I love Gina Davis, and Madonna's great in there too. It's just such a great movie. It's one of those movies I wish at the time they had merchandise like they do today. Like I thought it'd be cool to get like a Rockford Peach shirt or something like that. They just didn't have them in 1992, unless you like order them from somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think there was anything though. I do see quite a bit of people dressed up as the Rockford Peaches at Madonna's concerts. They do kind of come as a team. There's usually 3 or 4 of them
I never thought about that. That's perfect.
For sure. I do remember. So Deborah Winger left the movie because of Madonna. If you did not know,
I did not know. Was there a fight?
She was well, she did. If Madonna was going to be in the movie, it was not going to be her type of movie. So she left, and she had done a lot of work and did practices in baseball. So she felt that strongly that having Madonna in the movie was going to totally change everything, and make it.
That's a really shitty reason to leave a movie. If anything, that will blow it up more.
Yeah, and so Deborah Winger obviously has had her shitty moments.
Yeah,
despite
that's for sure.
And if anything, I mean, this is probably her best acting. That obviously she's not in the lead role here, but it kind of works for her.
It's up there.
But
it's no Dick Tracy, but it's up
but I'm
there.
glad. Yeah, I'm glad Gina Davis is the lead. Yeah. So,
no, she's great.
Lori Petty's actually even good. I shouldn't say Eve, but
you feel for Gina Davis when the scene where she thinks Bob might have died at war, and it brings it home. And
Bill Pullman, is that Bob?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Which I still, for a while, it took a couple years for me to take him seriously after Ruthless People, because I was like, every time he'd show up, I'm like, come on, it's like Leslie Nielsen being the dramatic lead.
That's true. That's true.
I remember stories when they were filming that people were picketing because Madonna was in town filming.
Yes, I read something on that recently. How she was staying at like some house, and there were people like so adamant wherever she was filming that like she was in this. It's like, talk about what a mess.
Yeah. But God forbid should there be and in 2023 a sexualized woman.
Yeah, right.
Not on our backyard.
Not our backyard. Not happening.
But yeah, so it is still a good movie.
It is fun.
I know you're more of a fan than I'm of This Used to Be My Playground, but
used to be my playground. It's kind of a cool music video for a 1992 video, doing the pages,
flipping the pages. Yeah, it was pretty good special effects.
Kind of cool.
I
think
I became less of a fan during that time because it became the eyebrowless era.
Oh yeah, yes.
Where they were taken off and then penciled back in like grandma, and I'm like,
what are you doing?
Like that version of Madonna, but
yeah, right. It wasn't your favorite era of hers.
It was not, but I love dark hair brunette Madonna.
Yeah,
for sure.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
I think it probably suits her better.
Is A League of Their Own it grossed 132 million? Was that her most successful movie?
I don't
probably
know.
Austin Powers, if you want to.
I don't know. I'd count that, but I'm sure Evita did pretty well too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so good for her.
Good for her.
Yeah, her and Rosie got to be friends because of this movie, so it all worked out the way it was supposed to. So they made 2 TV series out of it.
Right.
So one came out not too shortly after, which was I think John Lovitz was in it still, and a couple of the other kind of minor players, but it was not good. But I haven't watched the new one that came out last year either. But
trivia for you: the Racing Bells were one of the teams they played. Do you know the names of the other 2 that were prominently featured?
I do not.
Kenosha Comets, and the South Bend Blue Sox. You only hear about them for like a second.
It was right on the tip of my tongue.
And there's one there, but everyone remembers the Racine Bells because they're like the big rivalry in there. Kit gets traded to them, so. A League of Their Own holds up though. It's a fun movie.
It is. So, yeah, it's mostly kind of Midwestern locations. There's one house. So Dottie's house in the film was also the house used in Candyman. Little location trivia there. So
the one on the farm.
No, so her house, I think when she's
old
or something like that. Yeah. So
yeah,
it's just a brief thing.
It's like in Studio City, right?
Yeah. So
yeah.
It just kind of looks like that kind of your typical house, but
which
is funny because both were kind of shot Midwestish and Illinois, except for both Candyman and League of Their Own were kind of Midwestern shot films, but the same LA house by chance.
And it does look like a Studio City house. More broadly, it does feel like a Midwest house, but when you know it's Studio City, you're like, it makes sense because Studio City houses, for whatever reason, look different than Burbank and North Hollywood. They have like their own, the way the streets are like pushed together more. They
look like backlot houses in Studio City because I think they have less straight streets too. So
they do, yeah.
That's usually the indication of a backlot of like, and the street goes off to a bend,
and then it's gone
to the restaurant. Anyway,
right? You turn around, and you're at the police station.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, cool. You didn't do a page for League of Their Own, have you?
I did not. So there's other people that have gone cross country and done. It's filmed there. I know Chaz has done that from what I remember for sure. So, but I'll leave them to that. So